is our e-commerce, sorry, so there again. So, omnichannel versus multi-channel. This is a big divide for me. I've worked with a number of businesses, and I've worked to change the mindset of this. Multi-channel is when you operate. You can say that I have an e-commerce business, I have a direct business, I have an in-store business, whatever it may be. You have these businesses, so you can say, well, I'm omni-channel, but that's not true. You can have a multi-channel business that works on these, but they don't necessarily talk together, or you don't knit your plan together. So, as a brand owner, we will now look at what is the experience for the customer for the entire journey, no matter where they go. Is our e-commerce strategy and approach aligned with what we're putting in stores to make sure that the customer, wherever they are, has this aligned approach? That is what omnichannel really is. And the businesses who are getting that right, who are saying, actually, we are just, what is the customer journey and which are the touch points we get to them? They're the ones that are succeeding now. The ones that stay backwards and they say, no, well, we've got an e-commerce channel, you go do your thing on e-commerce, and we've got a store channel, you go do your thing. They're the ones that are confusing customers, and customers are losing customers for it. I've spoken to someone, I won't name the brand, but actually someone came to me after my talk today and said exactly that. They said, this is where we're at. I loved your presentation because it made sense, whereas we're seeing the complete opposite. And that is and I think that's the really big difference between multi-channel and omni-channel. And if people can get that into their heads and understand how they adapt their strategy onwards, that's how you succeed. Yeah, I think this will cover a lot of ground, but for me, is data and management of data. The breadth of information that we've had for years and years and years, but not really known how to deal with it, whether that's through advancements of AI or extra tools, or maybe just the focus and the value it can bring to suppliers, is the ability to be able to actually do something with that data. And I think it's not just B2B in terms of e-commerce in general. And so my talk very much on retail media, the real advancements over the last 4 or 5 years is management and depth of data, what you can get out of it, and then actually transact with. That is by far, to me, the biggest move in the last 3, 4, 5 years that we've seen in the e-commerce space. It's almost this massive change, which if people have got to keep up with, people have got to catch up with this. And you've got some great people here already talking about that. AI has been mentioned so many times. So that to me is it. It's data, how do we manage it, and how we grow it, and how we utilize it. What I'm looking forward to most is, again, we're in this market, this industry for a reason. It's because it's fast moving, it's evolving all the time. So I started I was really heavy into e-commerce back in 2000, 2001, when the e-commerce bubble was there. And to this day, 25 years later, it's still just changing and evolving the entire retail and business landscape. AI obviously is such a buzzword now. That's the obvious thing that's going to be the big change for us and for everyone over the next 4 or 5 years. The question on the AI is, how do you harness it? Rather than just being something fun to use, what are the really transactional tools that you can use and take AI to really take you onto the next level, rather than just add another layer of work into your work stream? I'd say how that develops over the next 4 or 5 years is going to be fascinating to see. Savant, so this is my third Savant. I've been to 1 in Manchester and 2 in London so far. What I found is, versus other conferences I've been to, is it's a much better meeting of minds. The information you get, the opportunity to network and hear experts in their field, by far for me has been the draw. I didn't come last year because I was away, but actually I try and come to this every single year, and something I would always keep trying to do. I don't go to many conferences, hardly any, but Savant's one I always look at.